Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited, as you can see, and as you've seen from the title. Today I'm going to be giving away my secrets to natural hair growth, the things that have helped me on my journey this past year in growing my hair out. I know this video has been highly requested and it took me some time to get here, so here I am. Cozy up to your computer, to your phone screen, and let's get into this info, okay? Before we can get into my tips for natural hair growth, I have to tell you guys a little bit about my hair and my hair growth process, because I know a big part of hair growth is genetics and, you know, where you come from, what your hair journey was like before you started wanting to grow your hair. For me, my mother has kinky hair. She's had locks a good majority of my life, so I've always seen her hair dreaded or locked up. I'll try to insert a picture of her in here if she allows me to do so you guys can see her hair texture. Very coarse, kinky hair texture. My father's hair texture is very much like mine. He has jet black hair. Also, he was locked for the majority of my life, but I will insert a photo of him back in his 20s when his hair was in an afro, and it looks so much like mine. So gene wise, I feel like I got it pretty good with my parents. They both have long, healthy hair, thick hair. So yeah, that's me. You guys also know I have low porosity hair, high density. My hair is naturally jet black, and I am black on both sides, African American. Nothing more exotic than that. Another thing to consider for hair growth is medication. I know some people grow up their whole life taking certain medications for things, and I know like in middle school there are kids who have like all types of things that they're going through and don't really know. I know that I have a younger audience, and I just wanted to put that out there, that there are other things that can definitely contribute to your hair type right now and your hair's growth speed. Alright, now we can get into the nitty-gritty. Are you ready for this? This is, I know, okay, so it's been taking me so long to put this video together because I just feel like hair growth is one of those things that like you just have to go through. It's not something I can give you like, okay, you're gonna take this pill, you're gonna use this hair product, and then your hair is gonna grow X amount in X amount of time. Like, hair growth is not like that, and it's different for each person. So I just couldn't figure out a way to word the question where I could properly answer it. Then it hit me. I asked God and he answered, okay? So my friend, she's a very light-skinned, fair-toned, beautiful woman, and she has a brown-skinned younger sister, and she was telling me that her sister was having issues with her hair. She wasn't liking it. She was like putting up a whole ordeal about not wanting to wear her hair out to school, and she said the statement that I can't grow my hair. Only white girls and Hispanic women can grow long hair. That just hurt my soul to know that she felt so strongly about that, and she's still so young, and I identified with her at that time. Then she followed up with the question, what are some things I can tell her to help her and show her hair growth, and that black women can grow their hair? That is just exactly what I needed to hear, and it sent me down a tunnel of how can I answer this question in a way where someone as young as her and someone as old as my mother or grandmother can understand and comprehend, and actually take these steps and incorporate them into their daily hairdos. You feels me? So let's not waste any more time and let's get into these tips and tricks. So the overall theme of each of these steps is moisture.
Initiating moisture.
Moisture is the trigger word we all know and love when it comes to natural hair, trying to figure out how to moisturize, how to retain it. So that is the overall theme of my list, but I break it down for you guys. So my first tip for natural hair growth is cleansing. What I mean by that is not only shampooing your scalp and actually making sure your hair is washed, but drinking water, making sure you're flushing your system. I know this seems like, oh, we all know to drink water, but like I said, these are the basics. So if your hair isn't growing, just try to be a little more mindful of the amount of water you intake. Also, in cleansing, shampooing. Yes, we know shampooing can be damaging to natural hair. It can strip your hair of oils and all these other things. But not everyone's hair works like that, and some people do need to shampoo and cleanse their scalp because of buildup and so many other things. So what I recommend for a good cleanser, shampoo, is to pre-poo. I'll link my pre-poo video up above and down below in the description box. I also have been using a black soap pre-shampoo I've made. I'll have it in a video coming very soon. So for cleansing, we have shampoo, pre-poo, and drink your water, okay? My second tip for natural hair growth is, can you guess? Conditioning. Of course, we also know this one too. You're like, nah, you're telling me the basics here. But honestly, this is where we have to start so we can build on that, okay? Conditioning. I feel like deep conditioning is such a big part of my natural hair routine. I have low porosity hair. It takes a lot for my hair to actually be submerged in water and actually soak up the moisture. So deep conditioning is like prime for me. I have to take time opening up my cuticles, letting my hair sit in steam, and letting products get in. So deep conditioning is the GOAT. Can honestly change and help the texture of your hair, as well as really getting moisture to penetrate. I think it's really, really, really good to do for younger kids. I've said this before, but I've got started teaching mothers how to do their kids' hair, and with that, I would always say work on deep conditioning. Pick a day to be deep conditioning day and keep doing that, because it'll help so much with your hair texture, your hair definition, its ability to retain moisture. So figure out what deep conditioners work for you. I will also link my video down below where I'm telling you guys my 3 favorite conditioners and my 3 favorite stylers and gels, so you guys can see some of my favorites. Also in conditioning, we know of co-wash. Keyword here, we all know about that, girl. This is when we are going to use conditioner instead of shampoo and conditioner. This is just going to help add moisture. A lot of conditioners already have cleansing agents in it that will help remove any excess product or things like that. If you're just going in to refresh your hair or going right back into a protective style, it's always not as necessary to go ahead and strip your hair down with a shampoo. So condition, deep condition, and co-wash. You guys got it. Also, in practicing co-washing more often, as well as deep conditioning on a schedule, this will help you learn your hair's porosity. Is my hair staying moisturized after I deep condition? Does my hair feel soft after I co-wash? Do I need to do this longer? Does my hair need more moisture when I get out? So you'll learn these things about your hair when you start to build those routines. So far we got cleansing and we got conditioning as 2 tips for my natural hair growth. Now for tip number 3. My 3rd tip is moisturizing. I know we said moisturize is the overall theme of this, and it really is, but now this specific tip is for moisturizing, period. One of my biggest tips within this one is working in 4 sections. I feel like a really big help in my hair growth has been everything I do in 4 sections. So whether it be detangling before I get in the shower, when I'm pre-pooing, or when I put in my stylers and my gels, when I put in my conditioner, my deep conditioner, I do everything in 4 sections. There's never a time where I'm just like slapping everything on the top of my head and trying to mix it through. Number 1, my hair is very thick, and I feel like it doesn't get to all the areas that I would need it to get to. As well as it makes it extremely hard to thoroughly detangle without losing too much hair and causing so much shedding. So I think I know for a fact a really big help in my hair growth has been working in 4 sections. Now, another really big tip for moisturizing is using the LCO method. I know a lot of my curly girls already know this method, maybe put it to the side, or a lot of people live and die by it. I feel like a big part of learning your hair is knowing what to do with it and what products you need. When you get in the shower, you know you're gonna need a soap to wash your body, you know you need lotion when you get out, and deodorant. So you know that process, and you can change up the products you like to use because you know what you need. So I feel like when you have the skeleton of what you need, you can kind of play around with where you place the meat. But this is where the fun really happens. This is when you get to experiment with different products because you know, okay, I need a leave-in. Today I want to use Cream of Nature. Oh no, actually I'm going to use As I Am's leave-in. As I Am's leave-in goes really well with whatever cream I want to use, this styler or this moisturizer or my shea butter, you know, so you can really get to play around with what products you want to put in which hole. But just remembering the LCO method is really a major key, I feel like, in my hair growth and retaining moisture. Like, such a big process in retaining moisture. Oils is my other subcategory inside of the moisturizing tip. I think not everyone likes oils. Sometimes it's too heavy for certain people's hair. Some people have higher or lower porosity and it kind of builds up on their hair. Personally, I think it's really fun to play with oils and learn which oils work for your hair type. And me personally, I love the tingle of a peppermint, but I love the thickness of a black castor oil. I also don't enjoy coconut oil. Coconut oil dries out my hair, but I don't mind it on my skin. So you just kind of learn little fun things about your hair and what products work for it. And I feel like using the LCO method also gives you the space and a place to put it, because like I said, now that you already have the skeleton, you can figure out, just mess around with where you want to put the meat. So that's my third tip. Now let's get into tip number 4. We're almost there. Alright, tip number 4, this is 8, but 4. Tip number 4 is retain. This is how we are going to actually keep that hair growing, motivated to grow, and actually keep the length, retain the moisture, okay? So these are really quick tips to retain moisture. The first one is leave it alone. Stop touching your hair every day. You do not need to do something to it every single day. It needs a break, okay? You have to give it its off days. You are gonna wear it out. Leave it alone. Next, sleep on a satin pillowcase. Please do. I think we already know this by now, but we use satin bonnets to protect our hair. Using a satin pillowcase would do the same. It's also a lot nicer on your face, and your hair kind of glides across it as opposed to being stuck or getting frizzy in a cotton pillowcase. Same thing with t-shirts. Dry your hair with the t-shirt, please. It'll relieve you of so much frizz and the dryness afterwards. It won't be sucking up all the products you just put on your good old hair. Like, this is gonna be a game changer when I tell you. And then I get to sleep on my satin pillowcases, so then I really don't have frizz, and then I get to wake up to day 1 hair like this, okay? So do what I say. I have good advice. I won't steer you wrong. Next, I'm gonna touch on this briefly because I'm gonna create a whole video about it later. But the greenhouse method. Me personally, I shower at night and I shower in the morning just because I sweat in my sleep. After a long day, you need a shower, but then after you sweat in your sleep, you need a shower again. So I'm a morning and nighter. I waste a lot of water. I'm so sorry, California. But with that, my hair gets a little moist at night before I go to sleep, so I can like spritz it a little. And I'll sleep with like a shower cap on and then like a satin cap to keep in the warmth. And something about, it's called the greenhouse method because it's literally like a greenhouse. The misty moistness from the hair plus the heat that you know, accumulate on your head while you sleep really like causes your cuticles on your hair shaft to open up, and the water that's already on your hair plus the product that's already on your hair gets sucked up into your strands, and then when you wake up your hair is so soft and luxurious. Like, I'm going to create a whole video on this because I definitely feel like that has had a lot to do with my hair growth. I don't do it all the time, but I definitely feel like when I do it, my hair is noticeably softer and moisturized the next day. And I feel like because of that, it's helping me grow longer hair, and it's like stimulating my scalp because it's getting warm in there and the blood is circulating, you know. It's doing everything your body needs to do in order to pump out them follicles, okay? Like, to really push out the hair. So, you know, I do it every now and then or whatever, and I feel like it just gives me a little more. And I feel like it would be a big help for people who have brittle dry hair. Like, if you have brittle dry hair like that, you know, when your hair is just so dry it hurts. Like, spritz it, put a little oil on it, sleep with the shower cap on, and when you wake up, there's just a whole new level of moisture that happens, okay? Alright, so far you guys had cleanse, condition, moisturize, and retain. The last tip I have for you guys is patience. Please be patient with your hair. Like, it's not something that happens overnight. It's not something that you can stare at for the next 14 days as you try all these different methods and you're just gonna watch it grow overnight. That's just not how it works. You have to be patient with your hair. It's like a growing child. No matter how much you force this stuff on them, they're gonna pick it up when it's time for them to pick it up. So just nurture your hair, be patient with it, take your time with it. I feel like a big part of the reason why our hair is such a hassle to us, or such a job, is because we're not taught to do it with ease at a younger age. So if I can be of help to like younger kids or even to adults who have been grown up with that mindset, to help them learn, okay, I can do my natural hair and it doesn't have to be a job. It's actually pretty easy when I know what to do. Like, doing my hair now is second nature. I don't really think too hard about it. Of course, there are days when I'm like, ugh, to have to wash my hair today because I know I have something to do tomorrow and this hair is not going to work for tomorrow. Like, of course we go through the awkward phases when you're slicking down your hair and then you can't slick it down anymore because it's growing straight but not curly yet, or when you're transitioning and you have curly roots and straight ends, or when you're growing out your fro and you don't feel feminine enough. And it's just so many things that happen along your hair growth journey that tell you so much about yourself. And I feel like it's important that we learn it at a younger age, and if we don't have the privilege of learning it at a younger age, to at least take the time and the effort to learn it when we get older, because it's a part of us. It's never gonna go away no matter how many times you cut it, shave it, perm it, dye it, fry it. It'll always grow right back out of your head. Maybe not the same, but it'll always come back. And I feel like, why not just learn how to take care of it in the most natural, healthy way possible, even if you decide to dye it, lie it, fry it, however you like it, you know? So I hope that this video helped. I know it was the basics. Let me know if you guys have any tips of your own. And yeah, I'll insert some clips of my hair growth from now to then, from then to now. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It really took me so long to figure out, you know, how I wanted to set this video up, but I think I did a pretty good job. So leave some comments down below. Let me know your hair growth tips, if any of these were new to you, if any of these have been helping you. I love you guys so freaking much. Can you believe it? I made it to 30,000 subscribers. Don't mind if I do, okay? I appreciate you, and I will catch you in my next video.